Yes.
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 False 9, baby.
Yes.
Yes. We got a new degenerate gambler in the building.
Oh, here we go. We're going to get right into it. So we're back. Another episode of False 9. Buddy, we were going to try to do this last week. Buddy was sick. So we're back this week. He's not dead of COVID. Hallelujah.
I had a negative test.
Menners would want you executed right now for even having sniffles. How are we around each other without masks?
I told Dave yesterday, I said, make sure Jay's okay with me coming to his house a little bit soon.
Yeah, I didn't even ask Jay.
I knew you did not.
Yeah,
I didn't even ask Jay. I didn't even ask
what was
Jay.
the question?
I didn't even ask Jay. He doesn't need to know. What he doesn't know doesn't hurt
I
him.
went to work the last 2 days. I'm okay.
Yeah, we're fine. No.
Actually,
So, hey, Menners.
My throat is like really like
Okay.
razor blades right now.
Hi, Menners. Hi, we're back. Keeping the channel alive. Buddy, we're keeping the channel. To me, we're keeping the channel alive. Yes or no?
Does he regulate the channel or no?
No, he wants to be in charge. That's his whole shtick. So he posts every time.
So yeah, Cully does, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So he texts us, like he tweets at Cullinane, like, "Look what you're doing in this channel. This channel used to be great." And it's a picture of us three right now. Like it's literally a picture of us three. Like, and we're the reason it's not great anymore. That's the way I take it.
That's what I would.
But I look at it as we're the
like what you're
saviors.
doing right now. These three guys on here talking about soccer.
they're the ones
That's why
making
it's terrible.
content. It's not our fault.
Not our fault.
Yeah.
Hey, Menners, do something. He went and started his own RSS feed to do a recap show, which you do way better, by the way.
Well, it's obvious.
Okay. So, like, Menners, do better, be better. I don't know what to tell you. So, let's get into it. Buddy, as usual, is what happens when you come around me. When you start podcasting with me, you become a degenerate fucking gambler.
I'm not degenerate yet.
Hannah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
To your future child, you're not going to college.
That's fucking
Learn how to be a plumber, which is great.
Better.
Great career.
That's better.
It's better. It is better. It is better. It'll save you a lot of material. Jay, when Jay started with me, Jay, you barely gambled.
I barely gamble. Yeah,
Now, Jay?
I gamble like every day.
Jay puts out NHL picks now
Yeah.
on Twitter. All right, that's where we're at. I don't even, put it this way, folks. I don't bet the NHL.
That's easy
It's
bet.
scary.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I see this and I go, he's on the Talking Lotto card, he's putting NHL. I'm like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
bet on games I don't even watch.
Yeah. What are we doing? So then now I'm getting DMs and texts from Buddy. Look at this hit. Look at this hit.
Another question.
And, like, I'm just like, Buddy, when did you? He's like, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, but so I'm not a degenerate because I don't.
Yeah, with Jay, how did it all starts like this?
That's how it starts.
Because I don't bet big money. I'm a poor person. I only bet $20 like a bet. So, but I've done pretty well. Like Jay made a good point when I walked in. I never show you the losers though.
I feel like
that's
nobody does that.
every
I know,
gambler, okay?
but I will say I deposited once. I haven't deposited since.
So
You know
you're
what I mean?
winning.
That's-
You're
yeah.
up for life.
That's a plus
But
side.
I'm saying though, like literally, since you started doing the show, now you gamble.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that a true story?
I'll
Your being around me has now given you the.
It totally has influenced me because the first time I ever put in a bet, like say like I bet on the Pats Rams Super Bowl, like
Of course, everyone does Super Bowl.
first
That's- doesn't
touchdown
make
score.
it-
That kind of, like I bet on a white guy, I lost.
Yeah.
Why is he
but-
getting without?
No, I was like, oh, no, like was it a white guy to score first? And I was like, yes. And it didn't happen.
That's
like
crazy. What a I love Super Bowl props.
dang,
I love Super Bowl props.
I hope that's true because that's mad funny.
Yeah,
I hope I'm not lying. But no. So that's what happened, and then so obviously I went to Foxwoods. I hit you up. I asked you for a lock. I think your lock hit. That's the day I picked the Jags over.
I told you to take. I said, no, listen, 13.5, way too many points. It was Bills, Jags.
Yep.
And the Jags won the
Jags
fucking-
won outright. Yeah.
Jags won. All right,
Wow.
Bills State. We're not gonna. This is a soccer show, so
yeah.
we're not going too far. But I'm gonna say this: like when we started this, I was like, Jay's like, oh, you guys are gonna do gambling. I'm like, nah, buddy, just doesn't gamble. We're gonna talk like soccer. We're gonna talk like it's not gonna be a gambling thing. And now look at Buddy.
The reason that I started gambling and the reason that it got brought up today are like the exact opposite of each other.
All right, go ahead, tell your story.
So I started gambling because unbelievably, Mike Montante made a good point on Twitter. Who the fuck gives Nick Saban 6.5 points? So I was like, you know what?
Very good point.
I was like, you know what? I'll do
Mike
it.
was
Fuck it.
me and Mike fought last week. We almost if we were near each other, we would have fist fought last Saturday.
Jesus.
But go ahead.
So then today, the reason that you remember to bring it up is Montante.
In West Virginia, by the way, with me while watching Jeff Nadeau versus fucking Jersey Jerry. Two fucking animals.
Yeah,
Two
legit
cheerleaders.
crazy people.
Crazy people.
the
Montante
two
drove
cheerleaders.
9 hours. Meemaw drove like 12 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Friggin' Montante though, he's like, oh, Wofford plus 330. Like, and he posted a picture of a Wofford play. I don't even know who it was. Like,
Yeah, touchdown props.
yeah.
No, it was soccer. It was soccer.
Yeah, so Watford plus 330, and I'm like, they're not gonna fucking beat Brentford. I didn't even know Ivan Toney wasn't playing, but I'm like, they're not gonna beat Brentford. So whatever. I get out of work. I'm like, oh shit, the game's on. Watford's up 1-0. I'm like, all right, Montante knows his shit. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
And then I got a burp. It's not happening. So then whatever. Brentford scores 1-1. I'm like, they're winning this game. It's at home. There's 6 minutes. The fucking goalie's on the ground crying.
You live bet him.
Yeah. So I live bet him plus 550. Like to win. They get that penalty late. Over.
So you win. Montante loses.
If he bet that Watford game. If he bet that plus
saying,
30.
you're saying he's not a real.
No, I'm saying maybe
you're saying he might throw picks out without actually betting on them. Wow, wild accusations from a new gambler.
No. I'm not levying those accusations. I'm saying if he bets every so it's frowned upon.
If he puts it out there, yeah. If you
I didn't know that. So
yeah.
See that? I'm so new.
Phil, our F-Rod last year during our NFL show, said he was took a team on the show, and then when people called him out, it was his lock. They're like, "Oh, you lost your lock." Oh, I didn't even take him. I took the other team.
Yeah. No, well, that is bad.
War crimes.
That.
No, but it's the same thing. If you go on Twitter and you say this team, and then you don't take them, can't do it. You can't do that. And I know Montante bets. Montante bets like on ants crawling up a wall. He's like me. So if he told you to take it, he definitely took it.
Oh, also, I made money on your boy Nelly saying the Pats, like obviously the Pats under was going to be a lock. I was like, oh my god, he's mad. I was like, duh. Like, why didn't I take that? So then I threw that in with the Arsenal over on Monday.
He's betting on everything. He's betting on everything walking. Hannah, good luck. Hannah, I created a monster. All right, so we're done with the game. Let's get into like the soccer stuff. That's the reason we're here. Glad to be back. Let's get into first. BMD thinks he's an ideas guy. He's not.
I've never. He only has like bottom barrel ideas.
Bottom barrel.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo's not good. All right, buddy.
I don't care.
All right.
Champions League, is that good?
So Benfica qualified for the Champions League. Sporting qualified for the Champions League in the next round. Porto, who usually always qualifies, did not coming out of Portugal.
When's the last time both? I'm sure you don't know.
It's never happened 3. This would have been the first time.
No. I'm saying, but Benfica and Sporting, not Porto.
I can't even.
I know who would know.
Porto's been carrying us as a Benfiquista.
Yeah.
Porto's been carrying the Portugal Champions League flag for over a decade. Sporting almost never makes it the Champions League period because they stink. Mm-hmm. They always finish 3rd, 4th, 5th place.
Yeah.
Benfica usually will get into because they'll win then they never qualify for the second round. So this is the first time I want to say in 4 or 5 years that Benfica's even qualified for the next round.
Porto's kind of the reason that Portugal is considered like the next big league after the top 4. You know what I mean? That they teeter on that line, and sometimes
Benfica's had some Europa League.
I know,
huge success in Europa League. Benfica's ahead of France right now in the European standings for Champions League like spots. Oh, Benfica. I'm sorry, Portugal.
Oh, I see.
Portugal as a country is ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Shane?
Hey, you're on camera, Shane.
Oh shit.
So yes, Porto has done very well. Porto's the last. You can make it. No, you can't make it. It's true. Porto's the last smaller team to ever win the Champions League. It might not happen again ever. The Mourinho 2014.
It'll happen again.
You think so? You think a team from Holland or Portugal?
I can see Ajax. Not this one. I'm saying I can see Ajax winning one.
Just,
like, you know what I mean?
I just don't see it. But neither here nor there. Yes, Porto's the last team outside of they've been carrying the flag.
And that team was loaded. Oh my god, that team was loaded.
That team went to Chelsea and won a title the next year.
I know.
All right, and they made the finals of the Euro with Portugal. That was the basis of the national team. But so Benfica qualified. There's a chance they could play your United.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have I'm a huge Benfica. You're a huge United fan. How would you do you like your chances in that matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah? Guess what? So do I.
You like your chances of Benfica?
Hell yeah. Out of the teams that
Benfica
could play, feed me United.
They might
feed me that defense. Lindelof played for Benfica, bud.
Nope.
Feed me United.
Nope.
Out of the big teams, feed me United.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If I was in that second pot, I'd probably want United too. I forget the other group winners, but if you're in that second pot, that makes a lot of sense.
Feed me United.
United's the weakest team right now. They also have the best goal scorer in Champions League history, the best goal scorer in the history of the world. They have the guy who makes the most assists in the Champions League this year. Everybody else doesn't.
Here's the thing though, I feel like Benfica, especially in whatever, we just know those guys. We know a lot of those guys.
Yeah. And Sporting knew Cristiano Ronaldo, and he put 2 past him in 07, at home.
Sporting stinks.
I know, it's different.
Helder wants to jump in right now. Yes. Sporting beat Benfica last week 3-1. Yes. I'm not going to sit here and deny it. It happened. But and shout out to Sporting for making the next round of the Champions League too, knocking out Dortmund. That was also big.
Huge.
You know, and it's awesome to see the coach of Sporting Classic guy, Ruben Amorim, they qualified the day before, and he's like, I hope, they qualified Tuesday, and he's like, for Portugal's sake, for, the league's sake, I hope Porto and Benfica both, make it to the next round. So that's cool to see, because I do. Me personally, I put the rivalries aside because it helps the league itself. The more teams you can have in Champions League, it's more money for everybody. It just makes it more attractive. You can keep your best players. That way you're not selling everybody all the time. But to me, as a Benfica fan, yeah, feed me United. Feed me United.
I just think so I don't.
That's where you are in the world stage right now. I want you to know that.
That's fine. They're pretty low right now. But I just don't see how Benfica competes. I understand they could be compact and they can play their game and study the losers isn't the easiest place to play. It's not the hardest place to play either. But I just think Man United probably come in and on the Ralph which is
can I tell you why I think?
Yeah,
your defense is leaky. We'll get a goal or two. You're not pitching shutouts against anybody.
Yeah, no,
you're not.
You're right.
I'd rather play a team that will give up a goal than a team like Atletico Madrid, for instance, who I know Benfica could probably play 2 or 3 times and maybe get 1 goal.
I
just
think,
the way that Atletico plays.
I think home and away, Benfica scores once at home and started to lose. They do not score in United, and I think United scores.
That's crazy. You're
lose.
crazy. That's what I'm saying. You give leak goals at home. Leak goals at home.
Yeah, no, they did leak goals at home.
They do. What? You're a new coach already after 1 game?
No, that's what I'm saying. That is kind of something that happened. But look at all the games that Varane's played in. They've conceded way less goals when Varane plays. He's almost back. He'll be back for that stage. And okay, we're counting on him.
Maguire stinks.
It's terrible. I'm not arguing that. But I just think that
your
be better.
fullbacks stink.
Not anymore.
Luke Shaw is not Luke Shaw from last year.
Luke Shaw's not the guy. If it's right now, Alex Telles and Delors are better than Luke Shaw.
Alex Telles, we'll run right. I ran rapid over Alex Telles when he was at Porto. Alex Telles is nothing to me.
You did?
I did.
Yeah,
I'm Benfica. I'm the guy. I'm like Phil. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Phil.
That's my team.
That's my team.
I play for them.
I play for them. You don't know that? You don't know that?
I kick
Alex Telles will not intimidate. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
your defense is leaky.
Yeah, I don't think
David De Gea loves saving shit with his feet, not using his hands. We're gonna score there.
No.
Okay, we'll see. So here we go. That's a gambling day.
Yep.
That's gonna be a gambling day.
Easy. I'm gonna make so much money. It's not even funny. I'm not putting it on RI Sportsbook. I'm putting it in fucking David. Me and David are side bet.
Side bet. Yeah. All right, let's go
right into my vendor.
So right into the next thing. We're speaking United. So let's get right into your now. If anyone doesn't know, they fired Ole. Last time we were on here, Buddy was begging for it.
I was almost crying for it. Yeah.
Begging for it. They didn't get your guy who you wanted, but in January it's tough to do stuff like that in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the guy they got is a good hire.
Yep.
Now, what's your take on he's here? It's a 6-month contract. Any chance if they blow up, they go crazy? Is he staying, or do they? Who do they have target? Who do you see them?
So that's the problem, is that they're stupid. And
okay, and that is a problem.
And they'll make the mistake that they made last time. And I don't think
where if they make the top 4, they'll just hire him.
I don't think top 4 is good enough. Say if you finish 3rd, then okay, I understand, because but they're close enough so they can finish 2nd.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, so I think
bad a season they had, they're not that out of it.
They're 10 points back. I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I think Ralph's a good hire for the time. If for a while it looked like they were going to get Mauricio Pochettino, which for me wouldn't be a bad hire, but it's not the guy that I want. Like I said it last time on the show, I want Erik ten Hag. I knew who's the manager of Ajax.
Yeah. Okay.
So Erik ten Hag's very loyal. I think he's been at Ajax forever,
and they have a good shot. If anyone's going to make a run, it's them right now. In Champions
they're very good, and
he'd be dumb to leave them to go.
I also think I don't, and I know this is stupid, whatever. I don't want a manager who would leave a club to come to me, because I think that then reverse. I love Manchester United. To me, Manchester United is the biggest job in the world. It's not, though. It's not. So then you know what I mean? That if Erik ten Hag comes to United and then Real Madrid comes calling, maybe he'd do that. I don't think he would, because United is such a big job and all that kind of stuff. But so I think
that's your dream job at the end of the summer. This guy gets you to the top 4 Champions League. You qualify for Champions League. That's a big deal.
Yep. And then
the Ten Hag comes in.
Ten Hag and Frankie De Jong. That's how it works.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Frankie De Jong doesn't matter, but so I tweeted out day one. I think United should pay. I said whatever, 25, maybe 50. I don't know what the number is. United should pay Ajax, get Van der Sar and Ten Hag at the same time.
So Van der Sar is the technical director, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, but then he did. I mean, that guy Glazer loves what's his name. Your technical director.
Ed Woodward.
Yeah.
Well, he's technically out at the end of the year, and John Murtaugh takes over. I know they'll never be gone. what needs to happen is they need to get rid of the Americans, but we'll see.
So not all of them. Now, real quick, I don't know if a lot of people know this. There's maybe a little Dave tidbit right here on False 9. The assistant manager for the now coach of, say his name, I can't say the German's name.
Ralph Rangnick, the assistant coach, the assistant manager for United right now, the second in command is an American. I don't know if he's second in command.
He's second in command. He is his number 2. He's his number 2. Chris Armas.
He was so bad though.
Chris,
in MLS.
He was, but the thing is, he was discovered by if a lot of people know, I can't say the fucking guy's name. I'm so sorry.
Just say Ralph.
Ralph was the technical director for all of Red Bull. Okay, if you don't know Red Bull, Red Bull owns teams. Red Bull Salzburg in Austria, Red Bull something in Germany,
Leipzig. The
New York team here in MLS, the New York Red Bulls. So they have a whole thing that they do, right? Mm-hmm. He was the technical director for all of them. Basically, his style, everything in his brain, they implemented in every club.
He created them.
Created it.
Like somebody. It was somebody else's money, but it's his style of play. The players
that they all play. That they're all trained out from when they're little kids. Like it's literally his thing.
It's why Tyler Adams is at Leipzig.
Yes.
And it's why Tyler Adams is being linked to Manchester United right now.
And he hired Armas to be the coach of New York Red Bulls. He became very close to him there. He was impressed by him. If anyone doesn't know, Chris Armas played 15 years in MLS. He won championship with Chicago Fire. He was
my God, it's that Chris Armas? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know.
And I'll give him credit. I read an article. He came up through the ground. He retired as a player. Mm-hmm. He went to teach like high school gymnastics and shit. He got his coaching credit all the way through. He grinded his way to get it's not like
badges, whatever they call
all the badges. It's not like he was just like, oh, I'm ex-player, blah blah blah. And he played for the U.S. national team. He was an accomplished player. He's now that's pretty cool that the number 2 guy at Manchester United right now is like an American. I find that pretty cool.
I think it's very cool, but it's less cool when you know that their owners are American. And maybe it has nothing to do with it.
It had nothing to do. It's Ralph. It was Ralph. Ralph is
true.
No, it is true. Like Ralph is
okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay, you say it. I don't know if it's true.
It's fucking true. Take it to the bank. Unlike my gambling. No, no. So Ralph, literally, when he was doing this, they stayed close. He was, technical director when he was at New York Red Bulls. Mm-hmm. He did well with the Red Bulls. Is when he left the Red Bulls was the issue. I think in Toronto he flamed out.
Yeah, it was bad over there.
It was bad. Yeah. So, but he had an older team, and he was starting to do the pressing stuff, and it just didn't work with that older team. But I just find that cool. It's a little American tidbit. So, second guy, Manchester United, Chris Armas, American. Congratulations. Let's get into my next thing I wanted to touch on was the downfall of Barcelona.
Unbelievable.
It is. I don't know how long it takes them to come back. I don't know if they come back. It might be years. The financial destruction that happened. Now, COVID accelerated it, but it was there. It was there. It was there. It was there. They have on the block, I don't know if you read this, Sergio Dest is someone that's going to...
Yeah.
So they need the money, and he's not performing to their level. Xavi's comments after the Bayern game was like, we're not even... close.
Yeah, we don't even look. Yes,
and then I don't know if you heard Mueller. I love Germans. Germans are nothing but fucking honest.
Yeah.
You ask those fucking Germans a question, they're gonna fucking tell you. They asked Mueller from Bayern, hey, he goes, no, listen, they're technically gifted. They're all gifted players. I mean, if you reach this level, you're a gifted player. Tactically, Xavi's, they're good. He's like, they just don't. They're intense. They're just not on our level. Yeah. They could play 100 times. Bayern would win 3-0 at a minimum. I think 99 times out of 100. It's just I think the last 3 times Bayern played them, it was 8-0, and that was with Messi. Mm-hmm. 6. It's just Barca, even with Messi was covering up a lot of their issues.
Yeah,
a lot of their issues.
Ronaldo papers over a lot of United's issues. Right?
Yeah, you have that guy that takes it's like Steph Curry, right? Everyone the whole team gravitates on him, so other guys will be able to. They just don't have the horses. They don't have. You look at that roster. I would take Benfica's team over Barcelona. I just wouldn't. And they did. Benfica beat them twice. Well, should have beat them twice. But.
If I told you in 2010, so 11 years ago, if I told you Barcelona would eventually be in the Europa League, you'd say I was crazy.
Crazy. After they were on top of the world.
Yeah,
that team looked unbeatable.
Yeah,
that's how fast soccer goes. But it's when the directors make awful financial decisions the way that they made.
Crazy.
It shows. It shows.
They have the same problem that United had, which is lack of real leadership, lack of guys knowing what they're doing, just like, oh, okay,
we're gonna buy this guy,
and we're just gonna buy
cover it
everybody and stuff and all this other kind of stuff. But like, oh, everybody wants Frankie De Jong, so we're gonna get Frankie De Jong. He doesn't work for you like that. That's like you have like Busquets still, or whatever. Like he's not the guy. Like he's not Busquets.
And then
though.
stop
like,
playing young guys. Like you look at what Sporting is doing right now, what the transformation of Sporting, and they won the title last year in Portugal. Is Ruben Amorim came in, coach, and just played the young guys. When Benfica turned it around a few years ago, Benfica went years without winning a title. You know, they came in and they played young guys. It was João Felix.
Yeah.
You had all these guys and then they sold them off, and then you make money, and that's how you do it. Like you do it by playing your young guys in the academy because they play for the club. You get big money guys to offset them, one or two. You don't build your whole team with monster big money guys.
Who's Benfica's manager right now?
Jorge Jesus.
Did you see that thing where they're trying to send him back to Rio?
He sucks. Send him.
They're like each click sends him closer.
Yeah,
to
I don't know why
Brazil.
he left Sporting. He went to Brazil, and like I don't know why Benfica decided to bring him back. I would have kept Bruno Lage. I know VD has a tweet that says I didn't because I was mad that day. Sorry, VD. But Bruno Lage played the young guys. Like to me, with teams like that, and I think Barca bringing Xavi. Hopefully they give him time. But in leagues like that,
they're gonna. Dude.
I don't think they're gonna. It's Barca.
What do you mean?
Like how much time do you think you can get him? If 2 years from now they're still getting knocked down in the first round, but he's got no time. And they need more time because that's a whole reclamation project.
Yeah, but the reason that I disagree with you is because of who he is, and I know that okay,
the fans will turn on you quick.
No,
dude.
but they just had the same problem with Ole, but Ole wasn't a star like the way that Xavi was a star.
I'm just telling you. No, you could say that right now.
I know,
100%. We're in a honeymoon period. Talk to me a year from now when they're getting fucking kicked around 7-0 again.
Or
they're dropping points at Grenada. Or whatever how you say that fucking team's name.
I'd probably say Granada, but yeah.
Granada.
Yeah.
Grenada.
Like
Granada, tomato.
It's pretty
See,
close.
that was funny.
Yeah,
I'm a rapper. Jay's a video of me rapping.
Oh, boy.
I stand my dad joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the first thing I thought of. But I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. You say, I say, if we're still doing this a year from now, I'm telling you, if the results aren't, I'm not saying win the league, but if they're, whatever, you're like, it's big time soccer, dude. I don't care how big you are in the club. You have the results, and especially in Spain. Spain's a league where Barcelona shouldn't be less than second or third.
I know.
Ever.
But if it's going in the right direction and they're getting good players and it looks good and stuff, because again, I always bring everything back to United because it's the thing I know best. But like, because that happened at United too, where like, okay, Ole looks bad, but then all of a sudden everything's going good and they're playing well but not getting results. So it's like, fuck it, we'll just keep them. Like because it's starting to look like it's supposed to, but maybe it doesn't look like it's supposed to all the time. I just think that like if you're saying he has 2 years and then he's out, like for me, like it's double that. Like it's 4.
2 years without if they're not in Champions League next year, there's a problem because they need the money. It's a financial situation.
But that's way different though. Like I still think Barcelona should make the Champions. Like maybe they don't make it this year. Like, but maybe they don't qualify next year because of how bad things are now. But if in 2023, if September 2023, Barcelona's not in the Champions League, there's a problem. And I think even with the squad they have now, they will make the Champions League. But it's just. Like, will they make the knockout stage? Maybe not.
Exactly. All right. So there you go. And that's something about.
But then it's next time though. And again,
and I guess it just depends on how many kids. Like, what do they look like? I think that's a big deal.
You're talking to someone who is still going through an 8-9 year rebuild.
That's what I'm saying.
No, and so sometimes you miss the Champions League, then you come back, then you get in the Champions League. Okay.
But Barcelona doesn't have the Glazer money. Like that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
that is a socially owned club. And that is not with big Chinese money behind it. Roman can take a year or two for Chelsea to rebuild, come back. Barcelona is in huge debt and they're owned by the fans. Like it's fucking different. It's different. This is something that can knock you back 5-10. Like you don't have the Champions League, or you're not selling players off. Or making money through your worldwide revenue.
That's
you're
what I was about
fucked.
to say. Because that is the difference between Manchester United and everybody else. You can say Manchester United isn't the biggest job anymore. Don't get me wrong. I know all that kind of stuff. They're not the biggest club anymore. Nobody makes money like Manchester United. Nobody. That's
Real Madrid. Real Madrid still prints money.
No, but like United's commercial sales, like all the things you measure that stuff by, they
One more thing before we switch it. Big rumors heard in the last couple of days. João Felix to United. How do you feel about that?
Pass.
Ooh.
Not for me. He can't make it in Spain. He's not going to make it there.
Yeah, but you have guys that don't make it on your team.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm good without João Felix. Pass. Next.
João Felix over Sancho. João Felix over Rashford.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So then what are we talking about here? What do you mean?
Over Rashford. but
I don't give
think
Sancho
over the long
credit.
run.
You called me on Twitter the other day. He's been playing better.
I don't think
Sancho over Grealish all day. Grealish stinks. I said that in the summer.
Yeah.
Anyone who argued, Helder, can you grab me one while you're up?
Yeah.
Anyone who said Grealish is like, Grealish is not $100 million player. That's insanity that he was paid $100 million. He's a good player. It's the English fucking bias on a Jack Grealish.
Thank you very much.
There were people saying Jack Grealish was going to drive Bernardo Silva out.
Yeah.
No, that was close.
Yeah. No,
Bernardo Silva wanted to leave.
I'm
Because he thought that you pay $100 million, like that guy's gonna be the automatic starter.
and I know you want to get there, but Bernardo Silva is maybe Ballon d'Or, like maybe best player in the world since September. But like,
I mean, Liam Gallagher tweets out from Oasis, Bernardo Silva is the best football player in the world.
why would I give a fuck what he thinks?
You ever heard Oasis? They're amazing.
No, I was born in 1990.
Wonderwall.
Yeah, Wonderwall's fine. It's a fine song. But I don't know if I asked you this on Twitter, and if I did, I'm sorry we're rehashing things because I know
No one watches our Twitter account. We're fine, buddy.
yeah, because I know I know I did ask you Grealish or Sancho, but like
Sancho.
no, I know that, but now like I think both of them are better on the other team. Like Sancho's better for City than Grealish is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Grealish is better for United than Sancho is. In my
Because
opinion.
you have two Sanchos. You have Martial. You have a Rashford. You have a Greenwood. You have fast wings.
Yeah, but so, like Sancho is different than say like he doesn't have the pace Rashford has. He doesn't have like the blazing pace. He's more technical. He more wants to get
I'm saying,
in and
but
out.
Grealish would fit in better with United. Like he's not a pace guy.
Yeah, I do think I think that they could have done with like another number 10 than the number.
I just think both guys $100 million is an insane number. So let's get into
But that's the world
Ballon
we live in,
d'Or,
dog.
Ballon d'Or. So here's one of the criticisms I got while we were on break. So let's get into it. Shout out Jeff Emerald, Jeff Brown, on Twitter. Says to me, love False 9. No, I didn't say love. Now I'm adding on. Like False 9.
It's hurtful.
No, he said like.
I know, I'm just kidding.
He goes, my biggest issue is that you guys talk about things that like were 3 weeks ago. He's like, the whole world's already been over it.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you bring something. So I
It's hard
said,
to argue.
I go, valid criticism.
Mhm.
I go, but that's the issue with doing. First of all, we were in almost every week for a little bit. We did like 2-3 weeks in a row.
I live 10 minutes away. It's not me.
First of all, but number one, even if you do it once a week, right? This is what I told you. Even if you do it once a week,
it'd be
you're
so
going to be
watered
talking
down.
about something that happened 7 days ago and you're already over it.
Mhm.
So that's like the issue. So, but valid criticism, Jeff. And yes, this is 3 weeks ago.
Can I tell you the valid?
But I want to.
criticism
But I want to talk about it. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Before we get to Ballon d'Or, so I told David it was multiple people. It was one of my friends from back home. He's like, you guys never talk about the Spanish and Italian leagues, and I was like, well, we don't really fucking know about those.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not
really
going to
my-
talk about something that I don't know.
Yeah, like I mean, I could.
Like, buddy's hit me up. He goes, "Hey, do you think we talk about Spain or Italy?" I go, "Buddy, if you want to fake it, like, but
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
no clue.
It's exactly what
Like,
it
I
is.
can't even say Grenada right.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Like, hey, tell him to follow Young Leg if you want some good Spain talk. If you want some good Farmers League talk,
Yeah.
tell him to follow Young Leg.
the kid's a big Roma fan.
Yeah, two Farmers Leagues.
It's very hard to argue.
Yeah,
And you're not gonna find one.
no,
here.
you're not gonna find it here. Like, I just don't know enough about either of those leagues. You know, apologize to
Yeah, shout
Buddy's
out Young
friends.
Leg.
You know,
Yeah.
shout out Young Leg on if you want nonsense Spanish talk all the time, follow Young Leg. And Josh Souza too. Josh knows a lot about Spain too. I could care less. So, Ballon d'Or.
Mhm.
And yes, Jeff, I know it was 3 weeks ago. I'm going to talk about it. I can't get over it. I can't get over that Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or because he won Copa America, a fracacta,
Pathetic.
nonsense fucking trophy.
Play every 2 years.
They play they're literally. Josh Souza, a great point on Twitter. Shout out Josh. Ballon d'Or, Copa America has been played 3 times in the last 5 years, so more than every other year.
Yeah,
There was one time they played back-to-back years.
rough.
How do you win your first one now? You're fucking Argentina.
I know.
So we're rewarding mediocrity? That's what we're doing. You cannot, if you ever compare a Copa America to a Europa, to a champion, to a European Cup that Ronaldo won, you are a fucking, and excuse my language, a retard.
Yeah, the European Championship is not. It's like the European Championship is better than the World Cup.
It's harder than the World Cup. It's harder than the World Cup.
I love the World Cup. The European Championship is my favorite.
You don't have a
Like,
North Korea in the fucking, you don't have.
Iran's not there.
Iran's not there.
Australia's
Exactly.
there.
Thank you.
I love the United States. USA's not there. Mexico's not. Like, there's no weak.
The best tournament you could have would be a European Championship, and you had Brazil and Argentina.
Yeah.
You'd have the best teams in the world.
Yeah. Like, and maybe some.
And maybe throw in Mexico just to.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, in the United States now, we're better than
Yeah,
Mexico.
not even a question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Like,
100%.
to reward him after the season he had at Barcelona, where they got destroyed, and take it away. And I'm not even as a Ronaldo
Who
fan.
should have got it?
Lewandowski. It's
Not even a
fucking
question.
not even a question.
I was hoping you said Ronaldo so we could at least pretend to argue, but like it's Lewandowski. It's not even close.
it's not Ronaldo. It was Lewandowski's year,
and
he got robbed the COVID year.
That's what I mean. That's what I was gonna say. Like like 90% of the people who listen to us are Minute fans. Kirk just brought this up the other day. I know Dave's not listening right now.
No, I mean, listen, it's
kidding,
not good, but
I'm kidding.
It's fine.
So he brought up when it was Dole versus Clinton, it was Dole's turn. Like this was Lewandowski's turn, bro. Like he got job last year. He should have got it. You guys didn't give him a fucking.
And Bayern Munich is not winning. They ran roughshod over Europe.
Yeah, they should win more Champions Leagues. As good, like if you want to,
they won it last year though.
I know.
I know. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they're
He's
so
the
good.
guy. He's the guy. And like, so you took Copa America over a Champions League. Copa America is like, listen, if Chile wins Copa America, huge. That's an upset.
Yeah.
Argentina winning Copa America is not a fucking upset.
Yeah. Colombia getting to the final, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But not that. Like,
not that. And then this guy he's playing in literally a farmers league, ranked behind Portugal in leagues right now. 1 goal.
Crazy, dude. Fred has more league goals than Lionel Messi.
So, like, listen, and I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys that's going to do Ronaldo, Messi. Like, they're both unbelievable. If you can't appreciate greatness on both of them, I can't talk to you.
They're both the best player I've ever seen.
Yeah, like, okay, like, unbelievable. So I'm not doing this because I'm a Ronaldo fan, because I'm Portuguese. I'm doing it because Robert Lewandowski got fucking robbed. He got robbed.
Yeah.
And like the fact that they're going to like sit there and actually with a straight face give this guy the Ballon d'Or as player of the last year, where Barcelona got destroyed by Lewandowski's team in the Champions League.
I know.
Like it's honestly, it's disgusting. He should have not taken it. If he was a man, he should have said, no, this is Lewandowski. Like it's crazy. It's crazy that fucking happened. And I'm sorry, Jeff, I couldn't go 3 weeks and not fucking talk about it. We would have been here last week if Buddy wasn't sick, by the way. It would have been more timely.
Yeah.
He just tried throwing me on the bus.
It would have been so bad. I'm holding back the coughs now. I'd have been really coughing last week.
All right, and then a couple of things, and I think we're going to end it. Jay's like tuned us out about an hour ago.
Jay's mic.
Stay tuned for my picks.
Do you want to talk about either? I don't want to talk about Portugal road qualification. It's just too far away. It's too far away. It's like March.
Okay.
We can say that. Like that's just so far away.
But if we get ahead of it, then your friend can't make fun of us.
He's gonna make fun of us anyway.
I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about fixing MLS playoffs and Revolution getting knocked out because that was semi-recent.
Okay, so we'll do the Revs first, and then we'll go to the playoffs. That sucks.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say.
Like
I was there. It sucked.
I had a bad feeling. I had a bad feeling going in.
Yeah.
You can't take not even 3 weeks. Someone brought this up. Jeff Rowe actually. And other people I'm sure did too. Mm-hmm. Not even that they had 3 weeks off from their last game. They hadn't played a meaningful game in about 5 or 6 weeks. They clinched so early. They dominated the season.
So bad.
Highest point total ever in the history of MLS. Mm-hmm. And soccer is not like football where you just listen, man. It's one fucking game. You have a bad night. You're not on rhythm. Mm-hmm. It's just there. So let's talk fixing MLS players. Why are you doing one leg?
I don't get that. I don't know if it's maybe the team.
They're trying to do it. No. I know why. It's TV like NCAA tournament. One time and you're done.
Everybody gets excited.
Exactly.
The
American
more.
sports fans want that one-off championship. That's why baseball started doing that wild card game. Mm-hmm. That's why every sport, NBA's doing the fucking play-in. Yeah. Right? Everyone wants to recreate. They don't understand the 2 legs. Like they don't. Yeah. They'll never fathom that.
I remember watching PTI way back in the day and whatever some Champions League game like won on away goals. And they were like, "Can you imagine
you lose and you would be?
Can you imagine like you
lost the game and you lost? Yes, I remember this.
Yeah, but you won on a field goal. Yeah.
So it was the team lost the game, which happens in a away goal tie. Always. You lose that second leg, but you scored enough away goals that you went through on like a tie. Aggregate. But you lost the actual game, the second leg. Yep. But you advance and they don't.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
So like that is, I think the American sports fan brain. You're absolutely right. Would just.
No, they can't handle it. And
you're like, what? Math?
But
we won.
I know. Before I bring up why I want to talk about the MLS play, which obviously I want to talk about the MLS playoffs because the Revs are out. Like, so I went to the Revs games. That's where I got sick.
Shout out Revs.
It's so fucking sad, dude. So I'm sitting like they obviously I think New York scores first if I remember.
Yes. Then, 2 minutes in.
Yeah. Then Buxa answers.
Yep.
Josh made a good point about Buxa's penalty. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, it's so bad. But I'm sitting there all day. I went with my brother and our wives, and I'm just
shout out Hannah.
Very nice girl. Very nice girl.
I threw you off.
Yeah, but we're just watching it. I'm like, this isn't gonna happen for them. This isn't gonna happen. And then everybody's positive. There's lots of noise. Like good. Like the fans were awesome.
30,000 fans.
The whole fucking bottom bowl was full. Awesome. You never see that at Gillette ever. It was just so it was so much fun. But like the longer it went with the Revs not scoring, you knew exactly what was gonna happen. It's the same. It's exactly why I paid why I bet on Brentford today. Because it was different in the sense that Brentford was applying pressure and the Revs weren't. The Revs were happy to get the extra time.
The Revs were lucky to be in that game. They were outplayed by New York whole game.
Big time.
Okay? Gustavo Bo did not show up.
That was the worst I've ever. I was like,
it almost looked like he throwing the game. Like it was bad.
I've used the word too many times today, but like Gustavo Bo was embarrassing.
Yes, and now can I bring up a game point that you're saying like the whole bowl was full, all that stuff. There was a little time right there. There was like a shot in time where the Celtics stink right now. No one's really paying attention to the Celtics. Patriots are on fire, but they're once a week. Okay, Bruins are like no one pays attention to the Bruins till like springtime unless you're hardcore. Okay, I had heard even on sports talk radio in Boston, Reds chatter. You go on Twitter, you hear people that never tweet about soccer and shit. Where Reds playoff game.
The Reds are
everyone,
good. Yeah,
everyone was into that playoff game. To me, the biggest thing that happened wasn't losing. Whatever. They wasted a opportunity to be the talk of New England sports for about 2 to 3 weeks, which would have been monstrous for the brand, monstrous for the sport. Like that's to me the biggest thing that didn't happen. Like, and then when Tajon ties it, they had all these chances. They're going forward. Like, how do you not win in penalties? How do you not win in penalties after tying the game? Because then even if you just get by that game, you're not looked at as one of the biggest chokes of all time.
Yeah.
Felger was on NBC Sports Channel that night. The lead story was, is this one of the biggest chokes in the history of New England sports?
Come on.
No, but I'm saying, that's what they do.
I know, of course.
And it was, though. But to lose at home, and they got a red card.
I know. That's when I was like, that's what I knew.
Buddy, even if they lose the next round in like the finals, Eastern Conference, you could say, hey, man, listen, it's one game. You lost in the Eastern Conference finals.
Mm-hmm. I know.
To lose the very first one and then to tie it that late and to lose in penalties, that they lost a week, 2 weeks where they were going to be the story other than like on Sunday, Mondays when the Pats would have been the story. You would have at least definitely heard them like on sports talk radio on TV.
Oh, yeah.
You would have. They would have been talked about.
And I think like another good point. I think so they had a chance to cement like more fans and more people who would be interested.
Yes.
And they let the balloon pop again. Yeah. And what I was most mad about of course it's about myself. But what I was most mad about was like last time the Reds were this good, I was like, don't get your hopes up. They suck. And I was
just with the Buffalo Bills of MLS.
And I was so rational about it. And I'm like, okay, let's watch them lose this game. I bought so far into the hook, line, and sinker. I
called Tommy Quinlan show the day before. I was so fired up.
Shout
out Tommy Quinlan. We're gonna have you on soon. We're gonna have him on.
I know. And then that game finishes. I was like,
air out of a balloon.
The New York player steps up to the penalty. I'm grabbing hands on him. I'm like, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck
My cousin Nick was like, hey, did you know the Revs were like this good and they're in the playoffs? I'm like, fuck it. This is what I'm trying to say. Like that's who they were getting though, because it was like a hype. It was a Tuesday night. Nothing was on, dude.
I know, but this is what
they missed out on that.
This is how I think you can fix that like from happening. And it's not perfect or whatever. Like so, they want the playoffs. They want to get many teams involved. They want to get all the markets. They want the TV money. All that kind of. I understand all that. But for me, I think the Supporters Shield should be like the championship. I really do, because that's the way it is everywhere else.
It's just not American.
Insane. I know.
It's an awful idea.
No, you're wrong. So I think the Supporters Shield.
So why play the playoffs?
I don't think there should be a playoffs.
Okay. So
I'm going to tell you. I think there should be one game. I think there should be a 1 game playoff. I think the champion of the person who wins the Supporters Shield, so this year the Revs, makes like they get the trophy, they get the fucking whatever. Like the problem is I don't know, for my idea, I don't know how many American teams make the Champions League, the CONCACAF Champions League.
So that's
2 or 3.
By the way, that's also over. For the most part.
It's dead. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's dead. We'll get into it another. Like I read an article the other day. It's about to be this huge thing in 2023. A little preview. The League Mexico and the MLS are now doing a co-championship. It's
a big tournament. I've seen that. Yeah, they play that cup game every year or whatever.
No, it hasn't started yet. They just signed a monster contract.
What tournament do they play with the American team versus Mexican? Because they do that right now. It's literally going to be called Tournament Champions of America, but it's only the Mexican League and the MLS. That's mad lame.
Because no one wants to go to fucking Costa Rica,
like Peru. Yeah,
well, Peru's not in North America, but
no, CONCACAF.
Oh, yeah, are they?
Yeah, in South America.
That's but South America's in CONCACAF.
I thought those teams were still not. See, that's what I don't pay attention.
Yeah. So what I'm saying. So they're going to promote the fuck out of it, and it's going to be like they're taking a couple months off of MLS. They're taking a couple of months off of Mexican League, and it's called, I forget the name. It's called Liga America. Liga America. So it's a huge contract to sign, dude. They're going to make a lot of money.
Scrap it all. Who gives a shit? Fuck this. Fuck all this shit.
So you can't do Super Bowl. You either win the Supporter Shield, you don't. I think you do. I think you have maybe 4 teams make it. That's it. And Revolution get a bye into like the final. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, but that's what. I don't think like there should be buys or whatever. But
As an American sports fan, the people, they need a 1-game final. They have to have a 1-game final.
Yeah, I really don't hate the idea of a final. So whatever, the 2 best teams in both leagues did it. But my original idea was Supporter Shield gets into the Champions League, and then whatever you do that tournament, another team gets in or whatever. I know, but like I hate that they like waste games on that shit. Like and then like,
they're not going too soon. They're about to pull out.
I know. But because that would happen if it is next year, and of course Taj is going to Belgium and stuff. But like the
big rumor right now is Sebastian Leggett from the Galaxy to the Revs. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. To replace Taj, I don't like it.
Yeah, I've seen enough trash.
We're running long though.
I don't give a
Jay's
fuck.
done.
Oh, Jay's bored?
Jay's asleep. Jay, yawn. No dad jokes? Like nothing?
Nah, I'm too busy writing up my NHL.
All right, so are you doing Kirkenoff this weekend?
Well, we did it. We already dropped it. We dropped it yesterday.
I thought you had another one coming.
Go check it out.
Oh my god! I don't know how much you want me to work. I only work 3 days a week.
All right, go check out Kirkenoff. We're gonna stay in studio. Chain's gonna stay, and we're gonna do Talking Loud, Say Nothing, and then we're gonna do the Talking Loud, Say Nothing pick show. Buddy's hooked. He's a gambler now.
I watch every week.
Watch it, the liar.
Big news on Talking Loud, Say Nothing.
Big news. Yeah, definitely listen. We got some updates coming. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in, Menners. We love you. We're carrying the network. We're doing our best.
VD, pay attention to Talking Loud, Say Nothing.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.